Before the video starts, I'd like to announce that I will now be streaming just about every day on Twitch. But don't worry, I'll still upload videos on YouTube. I'm just doing both. So come on down and say hi. And if you don't want to say hi to me, at least come and say hi to Kimbo. And subscribe to the channel, that too. Okay, bye. Enjoy the video. Aliens, are they real? Are we getting probed? Are they already here? Who will have first contact? There's only one man with the answers, and his name is Daryl Anka. Anka? One of the two. Meet Daryl Anka, the man who claims to be able to channel an alien named Bashar by going into a meditative state. You see, once upon a time, Daryl saw 2 UFOs, and it got him thinking and exploring about the possibilities out there, and it got him into channeling. And if you're like me who thought channeling was scrolling through channels on your TV, you're actually half right. You see, channeling is the practice of professedly entering a meditative or trance-like state in order to convey a message from a spiritual guide. So essentially Navi from Legend of Zelda, just guiding you places and helping you out.
Hey, listen!
Or maybe it's like a ghost just helping you out, or maybe it's your guardian angel. There's a bunch of different things you could call it. In Daryl's case, he gets possessed, and what do I mean by that? Well, let me just show you. Bro is shaking like Parkinson's. That's so messed up. I'll take that back. That was a joke, alright? That was a joke. But after his meditative state and little shaking going on, Daryl is able to channel Bashar.
Oh, say good day to you this day of your time. How are you?
Or does he channel an alien named Bashar? You see, Daryl doesn't even know what exactly he's doing. He says it's very similar to how actors get in character for a film. Kind of like how Leonardo DiCaprio and Matthew McConaughey were just which helped Matthew McConaughey get in character for The Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, that was a fun fact. That was a little blooper. Kind of like how Jim Carrey does in The Mask, how he just puts on a mask and he's like a completely different person.
Okay.
But in Daryl's case, he just starts tweaking. There's an idea of what it means to be a channeler. It's more than just about having an alien or dimensional being come inside you. And no, you didn't hear that wrong. I quite literally mean come inside of you. Uh-oh. Don't open your eyes! But Daryl isn't just a Jinjuriki for Bashar, he's actually a well-accomplished person. He's a director, producer, author, and motivational speaker, which is where Bashar comes in. But this video isn't about Daryl. It's about a community of people who actually believe they can channel otherworldly beings through meditation. And from my research, there's a couple common themes that everybody who channels these aliens or multi-dimensional beings have in common. The first one being they keep their eyes closed like the whole time, which to me is kind of dumb. Or maybe what if they see like the alien inside themselves, kind of like how Naruto and his tailed beast had like a whole little inner world going on, their own little space. That would be pretty dope. But by far the funniest thing and biggest flaw is that when they connect to these beings, they always have a terrible accent. And as time goes by, they actually just lose the accent completely. They're like, ugh. Yeah, I'm not keeping this accent up, bro. I ain't pretending no more. Like in Daryl's case, when Bashar comes in, he's just like, hello, welcome for these things.
I'm gonna say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? All right.
20 minutes later.
This is the paradox that we call the one-sided coin. If you have the head, the tail's gotta be there.
And then he's just like, yeah. So anyway, multi-dimensional beings, yeah, we like toast. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really good up here. Just try it out. I damn near expected him to do a roll like Willy Wonka did before he opened up the gates to the chocolate factory. I did find an interview, however, where the guy never loses the accent or opens his eyes for like an entire hour.
And you are more than the dimensional beings that you are, but you are also more
than the entities that we are able to perceive from another density or dimension as well.
He also just rocks back and forth the whole interview as well, so maybe there's some autism and aliens going on, which I think the two pair very well together, actually, now that I think about it. Autism and aliens. Who would have thought? But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. My theory is maybe there's some intergalactic dimensional connection problems. Sort of like when we have a high ping connection, we just start lagging. But their version of this is they just have really terrible accents. And as the connection gets better, it just goes away. But in the case of the interview that I watched, the guy I just high pinged the whole time. Terrible connection going on. And it just never got better. It just kept the accent. He does say yes, very funny though. I will give him that. That was very entertaining.
Yes.
Also, the thought that there's some intergalactic dimensional hotline that humans can connect to at any time is like super wonky. They also get paired with the same guy every time. What if I just misdialed or something? Well, who will I connect to? Cthulhu or something? Galactus? What if I just prank call Thanos and he just snaps the planet away? I also wonder if the beings that they supposedly connect to have families, or maybe it's like Omegle and they just connect to a random person, or maybe connecting to humans is their job and it's like a interdimensional 9 to 5. It's Monday. Another day, another dollar. Yeah. I don't technically have to pick up, right? Oh my god. This guy calls me every single day, every damn day. I don't get paid enough for this. I'm sorry, Mom. You were right. I should have stayed in school. This is a ninth dimensional call center. I guess I am gonna have to answer, huh?
I'm gonna say good day to you this day of your time.
An eternal 9 to 5 where you're just talking a terrible accent for all eternity. Yeah, that's torture. But let's just say, I'm giving the benefit of doubt, again, for like the millionth time. And let's just say, what if I channel an evil entity and I'm like, oh, hello, mate. How are you? Terrible accent. And they don't want to give me my body back. Will they just be, in me the whole time? That sounds a little weird. But like, can I get my body back whenever I want? Or do I have to like hang up the call somehow? Would I need to have a priest come and do an exorcism on me, just Boondock style? And if this were real, for the sake of argument, let's just say it is, wouldn't these 9-dimensional beings that these interviews claim to be talking to just be able to alter our reality like on a whim? Cure diseases, cure everything, solve world hunger. But you know how I know this is all nonsense? The thought that you would be able to contact aliens or other dimensional beings before you were able to like telepathically call your grandma is insane. You're telling me we're able to talk to aliens on other planets, but I can't call my grandma who's like down the street telepathically? If this were true, I don't even think we'd need cell phones. Yo, what's good, my boy? You trying to hang tonight? Huh? What the? Who is this? Damn, you forgot about me already? It's Jack. We've been friends since like forever ago. You down to hang or what? Yeah, nah, I'm just trying to chill at home tonight. As if I ever want to hang out with this bum. Hey, yo, son. Who you calling a bum? You the one alone on a Friday night. Matter of fact, you acting like I won't crash out. You sitting real comfy on that couch.
Yeah, I see you. You acting like I ain't outside your crib right now.
It ain't that serious.
Man, you got no friends, no
How do I
girl,
hang up? How
no
do I hang
job,
up?
no money.
I can't even get a good cell phone connection to the grocery store, and you want me to believe I can contact beings on another realm of existence? Yeah, alright. Or what if this is true and after this video comes out, I just get telepathically DDoSed by aliens. They abduct me and do terrible things to me. I'm probably overthinking this. Or am I? At this point, I'm sure you have an idea of what crazy beliefs the channeling community has. I do want to add though that the channeling community is just a branch of the spiritual community. So they believe in like psychics, crystals, spirits, and basically anybody with a Mandela tapestry on their wall believes. Yeah, I know some of y'all just looked at your wall like,
Oh my god, that's so mean. Why would you say that?
me? I'm just joking around, but I will have to say though, Mandela tapestries and crystals do go hand in hand from my experience. But what if I tell you there's a community that was started by channeling, but is even crazier and turned upside down and just insane? You see, there's a community of people that believe that there is a secret space program in which humans, or maybe the human conscious, travels into the stars and how do I say this? Serve in a space military where they could possibly serve the military for hundreds of years because there are compression zones, and have access to super advanced technology like anti-gravity, cloning, time travel. Oh, and did I mention that all this is funded by human taxes? And there's a reason why I specifically said humans. You see, the reason being that when you go to this space military, allegedly, all right, you didn't hear this from me, when you travel to the space military, you could inhabit a bunch of different races such as like shapeshifters, vampires, cyborgs, zombies, or you could be just like a regular human but like with superpowers, sort of like the Hulk, similar to that. And apparently most of this happens on Mars, and the way that people realize that they were part of this super secret space program is kind of like this. They had me flipping burgers at the International Mickey D's on Mars. Allegedly, all the memories just come back flowing one day, and they were like, oh my god, I was a vampire on Mars, and I served in the infantry of the 3rd Regiment, and I was out there hunting reptiles. Does that sound crazy? Do I look like a crazy person here? It's literally the plot to the movie Total Recall with Arnold, which I also happened to watch a couple weeks ago coincidentally on Will Neff's stream, so shout out Will Neff. Speaking of streaming, I also just happen to start streaming every other day. One day yes, one day no, one day yes, one day no. So if you want to watch me, you know, in real time, just hop on and say hi or something. I don't know. It's up to you. Please watch. You better watch. Now, where does channeling fit into all of this? I'll get there. Don't worry. But first, before I get further into this, I'd like to give credit where credit is due. I found out about all this like crazy nonsense through a fellow creator on the platform, Oki's Weird Stories. So I'm by no means trying to take any credit away from Oki. I learned all this through him. So shout out Oki. Now, according to Oki, the history of this like weird conspiracy all started before World War II, when Nazi-controlled Germany like searched the world for superpowers, specifically supernatural powers, and they found a woman by the name of Maria Orsic, who was a medium and channeler who could apparently channel Nordic and reptilians. Yes. You heard that right. And for all my sane, normal, healthy brained people, Nordics are essentially like aliens that are blonde, really pale, and have blue eyes. So imagine Erling Haaland and now call him an alien. And reptilians are basically just the antagonist from the first Amazing Spider-Man movie. You know, that also happens to be the best Spider-Man? Yeah, I said it. Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man. Not the best Spider-Man movie though. That's Spider-Man 2. So anyway, apparently Maria Orsic contacted these aliens through channeling, and these aliens gave the Nazis anti-gravity technology and told them about ancient technology in Antarctica, which, you know, is just insane and just straight lunacy. But do you think they did it in like funny little accents like, oh, I might do the anti-gravity stuff is in, you know, Antarctica. Haha. What the fuck? Now, with this new founded technology, the Germans created a Die Glock. D Glock. I don't know how to say it, but essentially it's just the TARDIS from Doctor Who. It could travel through space and time, apparently. Now, if you're like me and wonder how Germany lost World War II, if this is all like real, which spoiler is not real, apparently there was an opposing faction in Germany which had access to all the technology. However, they didn't agree to what Germany was doing in World War II. So you know what they did? They decided to fly into space and colonize the moon and Mars, which is the plot to Wolfenstein. But instead of colonizing Mars and Wolfenstein, they colonized Venus. So do with that information what you will. But hold on to your seats because it gets even crazier than what I said. Somehow the Illuminati got into this. I don't know what to tell you. Apparently they got into like a fight with the space Nazis, which they themselves were already fighting the lizard people. Man, what is this channel turning into? And the space Nazis just started colonizing other planets, and then they used the time machine to go back in time and colonize some more. And now they add humans into their ranks, which is how the secret space program came to be. All this started through channeling, and there are people who genuinely believe this. That was a lot. Now, if you want to learn more about this, go watch Oki's video. Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to watch more of this, but it was a great video. Shout out Oki again. Now that I'm done explaining all this, let's start with some debunking, all right? Maria Orsic, the channeler who started all this, is not real. Yeah, she's made up. I tried to look her up, and apparently she's not real. I even found a Reddit post about how not real she is. Boom, conspiracy solved. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt for the millionth time. The Nordics are real. They're just, you know, really pale Caucasian people with blonde hair and blue eyes. And instead of being aliens, they're just, you know, regular people. The Lizardmen are just Gorn from Star Trek, so, you know, more pop cultures things that stolen and just added into this. The whole time traveling Die Glock thing is just literally like the second episode of Ancient Aliens, which is notoriously known for just making conspiracy theories and just stuff up in general. Quite literally conspiracy theorist hub. Once again, Nazis in like space and on other planets, stolen straight out of Wolfenstein. But I'm sure there's probably like another pop culture reference older than that. And I didn't even mention the zombies and vampires and Hulk superpowers and cloning, which, you know, Star Wars, the Clone Wars. Everything about this is just stolen pop culture references. And how people just randomly recall these memories that apparently they did one day. You know, Total Recall. That's the plot to that movie. Just wake up one day, you were like, oh yeah, I was international spy in Mars shapeshifter. I was 007 of Mars. Another thing that's just super dumb about this is just how they're all just English speaking Americans. Like, according to them, this has been happening since, you know, the 50s. It hasn't been happening at all. You'd think they'd recruit, like, you know, more diverse people than English speakers, you know, get some Germans in there, like how you logically would. Just diversify the whole thing instead of just English speaking Americans. Or at the very least, they probably abduct like the worst humanity has to offer, like people just on death row and serial killers and bad people in general, because, you know, what do they have to lose? I'm sure they'd be more than willing to just get freedom and do more bad stuff in space. Also, most of the people that believe in all this are like late middle-aged men who are a little cuckoo and just take everything at face value. Like when Oki tried to infiltrate this community, he made up like a fake background story and he was like, oh yes, I see Kevin Spacey and Mr.Beast. That's the guy that gives out free stuff, right? They must be indoctrinating him. Holy sh!
Okay, so they're probably programming him. They must have looked into his future and okay, so whatever trajectory, whatever plans they had for him was all programming stuff.
I am literally, and this is just like me being real here, I'm more inclined that this is just like a role-playing game that just got extremely out of hand, because this sounds like the lore that I had for my childhood toys. Oh yeah, Goku's fighting Axis Power Mario. Oh, he's bringing freedom to the galaxy. Oh my god, he must get all the Super Saiyan girls. But yeah, this all started through channeling. Of course, it is a conspiracy. None of this video is actually real. I'm not real. I am an alien. Sorry to break it to you. I actually asked my brother about this, and this is exactly how it went. Hey, do you think we could channel aliens like with our minds through meditation, and they could like come into your body and they'll have like a really bad accent, but like if you close your eyes, you don't know what's happened. Maybe the connection will cut off, and I don't know, maybe they could possibly possess you. Boy, what the hell you talking about? I was like, never mind. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about this. The fact that this is even a thing that people believe is insane. The comment section to these videos are kind of funny. They're all just making fun of them. They're like, I can't even last 15 seconds in this video. Especially the yes guy.
Yes!
He was getting absolutely mauled in the comment section. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this nonsense, and have a good morning, have a good evening, have a good night, have a good day. I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, helps the channel out, and